Hello,
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
श्योर देयर इज नो भाई जी ऐड आ रहे हैं भाई ऐड तो हमेशा ही डलते रहते हैं तुमने आज पहली बार देखा होगा देखा करो यार ऐड आते हैं तो उसको देखा करो हमारा फायदा होगा उनका उनका ही फायदा हो जा पर फायदा तो हो क्या हाल है भाई शुभम कैसी जल्दी फोटोग्राफी
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio.
आतिश सामर्थी सब एक साथ खेलो कभी पुराना वाला डीएसपी वॉज लेजेंडरी Let's see about that brother गुड तेरी फोटोग्राफी कैसे चल रही है ये बता तू फोटोग्राफी छोड़ ये बता क्या कर रहा है कल जॉब कर रहा है कि नहीं
Thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. Know who my friends are now, don't I?
बेकार चल रही है जॉब के लिए इंटरव्यू दिए हैं फिर से ओके यह भी ठीक है और फिर मेन मिशन यही करते हैं मीट विथ पॉपी मीठी स्वीटिंग 3000 किलोमीटर दूर मिलना लौटिया सा चलिए भैया मिल लेते हैं साजिद होक भाई कितने टाइम बाद तुम दिखे हो यार इस ट्रैम पे Oh, misty eye of the mountain.
Falling prey to some delusion. What seems to have gripped one of us is mine. That's what's happened here, isn't it?
Keep careful watch by
Glaciers!
Something.
fire smoke.
Incendio!
Oh, what's the light go out of your eyes?
Had enough? Flash of inspiration.
Glaciers! Defendo!
Incendio! Expulso! Expulso!
Incendio!
Might want to look up. Expulso!
Glaciers! Expulsion! Defender!
Expulsion!
Glacius! Incendio! Electricity!
Expulsion!
ओके कहानी सुनो 2.0 ट्राई किया ये गाना सुना ट्राई नहीं किया पर सुन लिया वहाँ पे तुमने भी मैम्स में देखा होगा इसको मैम्स में
Back for more, I see. Levioso!
कहानी सुनो गिटार ही नहीं है भाई गोलू का गिटार लेके बजाना पड़ेगा मैंने मीम्स में तो नहीं मतलब वही कोई ब्राइड कोई ग्रूम गा रहा था अपनी ब्राइड के लिए मैंने तो उसमें सुना था अच्छा जी तुमने ट्राई किया क्या चलो अभी मेन स्टोरी में सुनने जा रहा हूँ देखते हैं पॉपी स्वीटिंग्स क्या बोलेगी
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her.
तो मेरी
She's
अच्छी
safe,
है
Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard
व्हाट्सएप
the
में
poachers are up
देखना
to.
पर
Fair enough.
मैं लो करके ट्राई
But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help,
अच्छा
especially
हाँ
after what you did for Highwing.
तुमने
Does the
डाला
name
है
Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The
मैंने तुम्हारा
poachers'
गाना
best
नहीं
kept
सुना था बस
secret,
मैंने उसको
apparently.
थोड़ा फॉरवर्ड कर
The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
नहीं नहीं बात
This
वो
way.
नहीं है असल में कल तुमने देखा ही था हम तो थोड़े मजे में थे तो जब स्टेटस आ रहे थे बस हम स्वाइप कर रहे थे हमने एक भी शब्द नहीं सुना सही बता शादी उदी में थे ना कल क्या परसों थे शादी उदी में इसको सीमेंट कौन बनाया
Tread carefully.
मैंने अभी डाला है तब तो फिर
An
मैंने देखा
entire castle to roam, yet
Oh.
you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
ये नए क्रीचर है कोई पहली बार देखा है यार अबे यार हम लोग ऊपर नहीं जा सकते नहीं तो मैं जा
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
सेंटोस मुझे लग रहा है ये भी हमको मिलेगा चलाने के लिए
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
नेशनल गुजराती। ये सीन जा रहा है शॉर्ट में। इस
This
गेम
is
का प्लान बी भी है।
odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Revelio. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
कहानी सुना। भाई को ठंडा नहीं लगता? बर्फ पड़ी हुई है भाई। ऐसा नहीं लगता ठंडा।
Revelio.
रिवीलियो।
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
I don't have a good feeling about this man. Okay, chalo Poppy.
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers.
Nice.
No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
What I wouldn't give to be a Demiguise right now.
They know the lies and falsehoods. No one's mightier and Rockwood.
I think
Show yourself! Seductor! You've done!
Incendiaries!
As if you could have left them
I've never been one.
Incendiaries! 10 points!
No! Confringo! Gross. Give up curse on me! Hunter! You'll be...
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself.
Reparo.
What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
this can rewind time. Fuck. One more big ass poacher tent.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizardry.
Hello Atul, kaise ho?
There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
क्या दीदी? वाह दीदी, वाह दीदी, वाह दीदी.
I don't know what Victor was thinking, stroking a bow.
Mr. Tannis. Revelio.
Where should we go, दीदी?
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Fat beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots.
Your little magic thing won't distract me! Can't handle a little old secret. I won't rest until you're dead. Reputation does not belong in battle. Not in the...
Wingardium Leviosa. Hello Ankush Meshram, how are you dear? Very nice. Where is my गायब होने वाली बुक? तुम बताओ बस यार. नींद नहीं पूरी हुई, बाकी सब अच्छा. Thank you very much for asking. Wingardium Leviosa.
Those mushrooms were.
Hasha Saproji को जरूरत नहीं.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you. Revelio.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her out, shall we?
Come on, let's even her out. It's time. Gets.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora.
Allah Hamora. खुल जा सिम सिम.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
The dragon is totalis.
भाई इतनी तेज आवाज क्यों आ रही है तुम जब सौरा के साथ वेलो खेलते थे तब से देख रहा तुम्हारी स्किल कीप इट अप ओके
You're the one we're looking
Thank
for,
you.
ain't you, poor friend? Careful, deposit. Crossing crack. Vegetables in combat. Ridiculous.
Suffering, do you?
You should never have come here.
Having Barry for you.
That will warm you up.
अबे ड्रैगन को निकालो यार
Nice job. Let's play Printer and Prey, shall we? Let me have some. Let me have some.
Incendio.
Would you not like to put it down?
Incendio.
Let me have some. Incendio, no! One, two, let me have some. Damn you! Let me have some. Let me have some.
Incendio.
ए मेरी छोरी को कौन
Glacius. Defender. Accio. Incendio.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio.
ये उड़ाने को मिल जाता तो मजा ही आ जाता।
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep... It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for...
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the...
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we...
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Friend and vice. Ma'am.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Alright, Professor Weasley. No one else want to talk? Then we go to Professor Weasley. कौन है भाई ये?
Let's go! Come on, Highwing! Highwing! Go!
चलो हाईविंग उतरो, उतरो यार।
Revelio.
चढ़ना भाई, क्या चूतिया पा कभी कभी ये गेम भी कर। अबे एक तो यार ये ना बकवास चीज इस गेम में दे रखी।
Revelio. So this is the underground harbour.
नहीं, तुम्हारी मौसी का घर। This is changing. चोरी छिपे मिला जो हमें। Let's go to library.
They're oh so clever. Pete's game's the
Shut
best
the
one
fuck
ever.
up, peeps.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
My mother would like to speak with me.
Revelio.
Has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions.
Quiz?
Hence, I have created a small quiz. Just none of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all... Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be... Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The Pepper Up potion.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized... The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer... When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, true or false?
True.
Actually, while Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be... Well, if you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more... And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete.
What?
Professor Beasley, let's go to the Professor Beasley and see what she has to say. कोई बैठी हुई बिजली सुबह
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian key...
When you spot, I hope you follow.
Mum's the word.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he...
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be... I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
तो बस इतनी सी बकचोदी करने के लिए बुलाया था क्या इसने? Take me to church.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
ये इसकी माँ है.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain.
Okay.
And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Like a fucking beach.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form, but she has used her sight to control me too many times.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to...
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were up. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
क्या है भाई, हम लोग सिर्फ बातें करना है क्या इस गेम में?
I've always said that travel broadens.
Shut up. Let's go and do the Sebastian mission. What's the second mission? Let's see. ये रूम ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट में क्या कर रहा है अमित? हम लोग यूनिकॉर्न पकड़ के लाए थे भाई, मजे ही आ गया जब मैंने यूनिकॉर्न। सबका सपना होता है यूनिकॉर्न देखने का। उसमें बोलना कभी मेरे magical creature and a rare beast. Let's talk to Amit. Astronomy wing.
Do you ever wish? I've written one called.
Fuck this shit, man.
Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well...
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you sometime.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. Cannot.
Yeah.
Lodgok is
Let's
waiting.
test you.
Should we go?
Of course.
Gobbledygook. I thought we have to go to Hogsmeade. Well, they are taking me to a different location.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
I think we are going to the different place of map now.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Incendio!
I just want to see that.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
All of the
Rookwood
places.
Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For
Keeper.
centuries, wizards have refused to share their
Already
magical
he got the
knowledge
story.
with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind.
They are really piece of
Ranrock
shit.
was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here
he's...
comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your... I shall see you soon.
अमित की फटन आ गई हो भाई क्या करवाने ले जा रहा है लौंडा मेरे से ऐश वाइन डायरेक्ट Here we go danger
looking at us.
अबे ये साइन तो एक मूवी के उसका है
Revelio.
हाँ
I'll be quiet.
आराम से गोले भाई भी मेरा मुंह टूट जाता The mind's eye
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam.
Shut up, I know. I've been playing this game since I'm baby. Oh wow, लिफ्ट नीचे आ रही, किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा. What a nice cover.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Wingardium.
Not go there right now, but maybe we can go there sometime else. Maybe or maybe not.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Amit Thakur, please can you shut up for a while, my friend?
Amit, you need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Don't you worry, Amit.
Revelio. Accio.
Why are they even inside it?
Revelio. We're being watched by a door.
That might be the camera.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Incendio.
Please, it's better with something that's worth it, you know. I don't think.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Yes, I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
Amit, will you shut the fuck up for a while, bro? Don't I have time for miscreants?
Revelio.
fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
I wish I knew.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what happens when you don't listen.
Revenue.
Get out of my inventory. One more shitty thing.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Revelio.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
What have you expected, dear Amit?
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
I think it's too much hush hush. We should try to play guns blazing. Bring it out!
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
You're good at sneaking about. You'll see.
I'll kill you when I get down from here. No!
That should be the last of them, Amit.
Yes, of course.
Give me the money, give me the money. Please, that might be the last of them.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok. Revelio. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps. Accio.
Bye, Amit.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio.
That's really sad.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now...
Understood? Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where...
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade. I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Merlin himself would be proud. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Never revealed the charm of my potions, Professor, back when I was at school. You went twice are expensive, you know. Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with...
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course.
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's like... Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need...
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers one...
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den.
Well then.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do. One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be. I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance. Reparo.
Fantastic. I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like her. Hebrideans love
Hogwarts लगे steal करवा.
How lucky for us. Watch your step. Or just raring for a fight.
Quiet, what was that? Well, there's no turning back
Wait here! I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready. Over here!
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try. Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here
Reparo.
broken? Now, if we just
Big
return
fan,
her
sir.
egg,
Oh,
we can
sorry,
hopefully
sorry.
make it out without
Thank
too
you,
much
sir.
fuss.
Finally. Can we tame the beast?
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and...
I was hoping to look around for a moment, if you don't mind. Take it all in.
I suppose we could catch our breath. I'm ready whenever you are.
I can't believe any of what just happened.
Still taking it all in?
Yes.
I suppose a few more...
Revelio.
I wonder how long she lived here. Or where she'll go now.
चलो वापस चलो.
Still taking it...
No.
I am.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
सी ग्रैनी को उठा लिया है.
How could I have been so blind?
Hogsmeade, here I come.
You Antonina. We.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but it's worthy of further...
I'm ready to explore the catacomb.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't...
I didn't.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Find the relic.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
At least now we know we're not alone in there.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the team will be set free.
Yeah, the spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio.
This room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
स्पाइडर पेन का यूज कहाँ होता है?
The world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio. Accio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. Now this is the source of great reminders.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Accio! Incendio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic.
Of course. Let's divide and hold on to that diary entry. There may...
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the...
Really? We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But...
Of course. I'll start...
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on the inside of the zone.
Chalo, I think I will do it tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining. Bye bye, tata, have fun.